Morning kings and queens, Lynn's here with another art tutorial for you guys. Now, I can't teach you how to say yes Lord like Anderson .Paak, but I can teach you how to draw him, and that's what we're doing today. So I like to use Microsoft Paint because it's a free program unlike Photobop. I start with a 600 by 600 pixel canvas, and I like to use the calligraphy pen tool. I'm also drawing on the XP Pen G640, which I got for pretty cheap online. So first off, we're going to start off with the shape of the face. We're going to get the big old cheeks, because Anderson .Paak always got that huge smile on, so you want to make sure you get the cheeks appropriately. So we got the chin going on here, and we're gonna start getting the temples, the side of the top of the head here, and now we're gonna start drawing in the nose. Oh, okay, so in my last video, I told y'all about how my neighbor's dog attacked me and I ended up in the hospital. If you want to hear about that full story, go check out my J. Cole art tutorial. But anyways, so yeah, I finally recovered and I got home from the hospital and I was like, you know what? I've been getting in lots of trouble messing with my neighbors, so I'm just going to chill out. I'm going to stay away from her, and I decided to take up gardening. All right, so now we got the big old smile in here. We're starting to draw in the lips. We got the lines for the cheeks. We got the, make sure you get the nose shape right. We're adding in the lines for the gums here. And we're going to start adding in the teeth. He got some big pearly whites, so just make sure you get those done right. And I'm starting to draw in the nose ring right here. I like to keep a reference photo next to my pictures, but whatever you see in the reference photo, it's not always exactly what I'm drawing because sometimes I work from multiple photos and I use accessories for the people I'm drawing from multiple reference photos. So we got the nose ring in there and we're going to start drawing his glasses. So I'm using the circle tool here. So yeah, I was starting my garden in my tiny backyard out here in Philly, and I'm hyped because, I'm about to start growing my own tomatoes, peppers, strawberries, cheesesteaks, all that. And I found the perfect spot to start digging and adding in the seeds. And as I'm beginning, out of nowhere, I seen a mole pop his head up out of the ground. And he was like, yo, what's all this noise you making? I'm trying to sleep. And I started tripping because I know we not in a Disney movie. All right, so I got the shades drawn right here. I made sure to do the bridge of the glasses. I used the curved line tool for that. Don't ever feel ashamed for using shape tools when doing parts of your drawings, especially if it's not a main part of the face. If it's something man-made, then I think it's, appropriate to make sure it's accurate. So we got the ears in here. Make sure you get the lines for the ears. And now we're going to get started on adding in the sides of the glasses. Oh, so where was I? Oh yeah, so this mole starts yelling at me and I'm like, how are you speaking English right now? This is crazy. And he's like, nah, what's crazy is you doing all this digging while my family trying to sleep. And I'm like, yo, this is my backyard though. Like, I can do all the digging I want. And he like, nah, cuh, I've been living out here way longer than you have. I don't come in your house and start sticking shovels in your floor, so treat us with the same respect. All right, so we get the eyes in here, and, if you get a good brushstroke on the eyes, feel free to copy paste it, to make it easier on yourself. Make sure you get the bags under the eyes and the top of the eyelids here. And now we're going to start on, we're going to, kind of use the eraser tool to cut off the top of his head because we're going to start adding in the beanie pretty soon. I put the little freckle on his nose because he's got that. If there's any like small indicators of who you're drawing, like little things like freckles or scars or anything like that, you want to add that in just so you definitely know who you're drawing. So we got the eyebrows in here, and I kind of just draw them rough, but then you can clean them up with the eraser tool like that. And now I'm kind of enlarging my canvas so I can get started on the beanie. And so we're going to try to make a pretty good curved line with the calligraphy tool. Might take you a couple tries, so don't worry if it takes a while. As you can see here, I'm trash, so I just you know, the undo button is your best friend. So I got the first part of the beanie, and now I got the second part right here. All right, so yeah, this mole was trying to negotiate with me, and I'm like, bro, you a mole. I ain't having this conversation. Either you can move your family up out of here or stop complaining about my gardening. And he's like, oh, so that's how it's going to be? And I was like, yeah, that's how it's going to be. And he was like, okay, bet. And he goes back down in his hole, and I figure, okay, problem solved. All right, so we're getting the lines for the beanie here. You can draw them kind of sloppy. You know, you can clean it up with the eraser tool after, so don't worry about that. Because sometimes to get that perfect rounded stroke to make the beanie look 3D, you know, you don't want to worry about going over the line because that might mess up, you know, the shape of your line. So I got that all cleaned up with the eraser tool. And so next we're going to use the spray paint tool to start adding in his hair on the sides right here. And, you know, you can clean that up with the eraser tool. Sometimes I use the line tool and make a white line to get a perfect curve. So yeah, as I'm planting the first few seeds in my garden, this mole come up out of the ground again, but this time he came with backup. He brought his mole wife out with him, and she looked tired as hell. I'm talking Morgan Freeman bags under her eyes. She crossing her arms and everything, and I'm like, yo, is this supposed to scare me or something? And she like, my baby's trying to sleep. You got to the count of 3 to stop what you doing. And I'm like, did a mole just threaten me though? And I'm like, what you gonna do if I don't stop? She said, oh, you'll see. All right, so, you know, we got the mustache in here. We use the white line tool to kind of make the mustache look kind of nice, you know. And we're starting to add the hairs on the chin right here. So yeah, anyways, I'm like, I ain't scared of these Snow White extras. So I go back to planting these seeds, and she start counting down. She like 1, 2, 3. And I know she was mad because I ain't move after 3. And I'm like, see, you ain't gonna do nothing. And then she whistles and yells, dinner time. And I'm like, what you mean dinner time? I don't even got no veggies grown for you to steal yet. And I see like 10 baby moles pop up out of the ground and attack me. One even had the audacity to bite my finger off, bro. All right, so you're just gonna add in the name and some color in Microsoft Paint 3D if you have Windows 10, and boom, there you go, you got a masterpiece. Make sure to add in your watermark for your art so no one steals it. If anyone pissed you off this week, tell me about it in the comments below. So long story short, I'm back in the hospital again. I'll update you guys in the next video. If you want to make my day a little better, feel free to hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and ring that bell. I make a new tutorial every week. And if you need any art commissions done or want to take my online course for how to draw these portraits, the links are below. Peace.